Blessed be and bright blessings, everyone. It's Rowan. I'm so excited. This is my favorite time of year. It's Yule tomorrow. So, what a beautiful day today is. I thought I'd just kind of talk about Yule um, just for a bit. So, let's jump in and talk about Yule. Don't forget to give me a big heart, and subscribe or follow so that I know you love this content and I'll make more of it. All right. Yay, Yule. So, um, there are a lot of symbolism for Yule, and this is just it's a wonderful time of year. So tomorrow, literally, night is going to be the longest night of the year. This only happens once every year, and that is on Yule. So it's also known as winter solstice or winter equinox. This is a time of year where we need to bring in more light into our life and let our personal light shine because it is so dark. And so that is what we are doing. What is really cool is Yule actually comes from Old Norse and Old English, and it means December. That's literally what Yule means, is December. This is a time for change. So it is like one of the biggest times for change. Everything should be hibernating now. I know in my yard, I had some leaves still on my trees about a week and a half ago. So I was like, are they gonna all fall? But they're all on the ground. So like everything is literally hibernating right now. I'm not even hearing the squirrels run around as much. Like I know they are, but they're not running around as much because it is cold. Like, why leave your warm, toasty nest outside, right? So the world is in hibernation. And this is also a time of year that, like, a lot of us actually sleep more. It is darker out. Like, I hate when I log off my computer, my work computer, and I'm like, it's dark. It was dark when I logged on, because it's like it feels like you overworked, but you really didn't, right? So, because we are in the dark time of the year. So, Yule traditionally we get Yule logs. I wanted to kind of touch on the Yule log. So I will be burning mine tomorrow. I actually am not burning the whole log. I don't have a fireplace. I wish I did, but I don't. I actually burn candles on it. And one of the candles I burn is the bayberry candle, which I've done a video on before. And I do have a blog up on that. So please feel free to jump on my blog to learn more about the bayberry candle. And so a lot of witches either will burn a Yule log or, and I shouldn't say witches, a lot of us in the occult community, which could be a pagan, a witch, a cult, just, that's a big umbrella. So, but a lot of us in the occult community are either going to be burning a Yule log or we're going to be burning candles on our Yule log or candles around our Yule log. And so the Yule log actually typically in Celtic was taken from the ash tree and it was supposed to be given to you. So it was either given to you by the tree, like if it drops a limb, or if somebody actually like has cut down anything from an ash tree and gives you part of a log from an ash tree. The ash tree in Norse mythology actually connects all of the worlds together. So it connects the underworld, the middle world where we all live, and the upper world where most of the gods live. So we know we have a lot of gods in the underworld too, but it connects all of the worlds together. So what typically happens this time of year is we burn the Yule log. If you burn the Yule log, if you are lucky and you have a fireplace and you burn your Yule log, you can take those ashes and use those through the year to help you with change and transition. Now, if you don't, like in my case, where I have a Yule log that I burn on, I only pull it out this time of year and I put my candles on it because this brings the light into the darkness. So sometimes we need to let our inner light, our divine light that we have, shine through and bring us through the darkness. So I did want to kind of touch on a couple other things for the holiday season, and one of them is holly. Holly is used for protection. And here's a really cool thing. You can take the holly berries and put them in water and charge them in the moonlight. And then you can sprinkle that water around your house or on yourself, and that brings actual protection. Holly keeps unwanted spirits or those malevolent spirits out of your home, but it lets the benevolent and loving spirits into your home. Another one that we celebrate this time of year is mistletoe. And mistletoe, we know the myth of if you stand underneath it, you're supposed to kiss. Mistletoe is there for vitality. And Druids believed it holds the soul of the oak tree. Isn't that so beautiful? I know, it's like, no. So, that is another one. I like to combine mistletoe and holly together. Really fun to do. I know mistletoe is really hard sometimes to find, especially if you're in the city. Hopefully you'll be able to find some real mistletoe if you're still looking. The other plant that I wanted to kind of briefly touch on, and these are just like brief overview of plants we can use this time of year, is ivy. And ivy is used for protection. It's really good. It actually is one of the last plants that is still alive. My ivy literally stays alive all year round. I have it growing. It grows rampant in my garden and on one of my favorite trees in my yard. And I always notice, like, when I do see the squirrels outside, they're picking through there, through the ivy, because it does sustain a lot of the bugs and insects. That's kind of like a fun place for them to hide. It gives them warmth, but then it sustains squirrels and birds because it's really the only place they can find food unless we're feeding them. So, this also was used during Celtic weddings to make a crown for the bride and the groom. And the reason ivy was used is because it is a binding plant. So think about when it is growing on a building or on a tree, how it just kind of binds and winds around. So that binds the marriage together. So it's a very fun plant to actually use. So part of the reason I brought that up is if you are going to be doing a Yule log, even if you're just going to put some candles on them to burn, you can use ivy, holly, and mistletoe to decorate around the Yule log. And then you can put your candles on top. So there's just going to be a quick video for the 13 days of Yule at the end of this. So if you're really curious, like ways you can celebrate, today is day 1 and it takes us into the new year. And so just watch the little brief video at the end and, add that to your repertoire of Yule. As always, don't forget to give me a big old heart or a big thumbs up, depending on where you're watching. Don't forget to subscribe and follow so I know you like this kind of content and it helps me create more content just for you. Blessed be and namaste.